Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode. So today I'm going to be setting up my TBR list. Basically what I've done is I've seen a few people do this now on YouTube over the last couple of years kind of thing, and it's kind of interesting to me as I want to do a kind of a lucky dip of books. So here I've already kind of pre-done this, but I've written out all the books on my bookcase except for maybe the 8 that I've read since November, because they're still really fresh in my mind and I don't want to reread them just yet. So I'll probably add those halfway through the year, if at all. But yeah, I think I've got about 44 books here. And I've included my fiancé's as well. Only the ones that I'm interested in general. There are a few ones that I said, oh, I'm including these. She laughed and said good luck, because her reading style is very different to mine. Happy New Year's! It's picked a really bad time to film this. So I'm going to pause you for maybe like 10-20 minutes, let all the fireworks go over. I don't know if you just heard that, but that was a ship horn just tooting. Didn't do it, definitely not 24 times. Okay, I'm now going to pause you because I can hear the fireworks and other people moving around. Hi guys, so it is now 12:22 into the new year, if you can see that. Yeah, fireworks have kind of calmed down. It got really crazy and the neighbours' dogs were not happy. But yeah, so this carries on. And the reason why I'm filming this so late in the night or early in the morning is because my fiancé is working nights and I don't like filming when she's here. It's just kind of a little bit awkward. At the same time, I don't want to pick up noise of her talking to people, playing games, whatever she's doing. I don't want to disturb her. So I film when she's at work because it's just easier that way, and that way I can go from filming to editing pretty much straight away with no distractions as well. So as I was saying, I'm going to create a jar. I've seen a few people do this, and let me show you the jar. So I actually went looking for a small jar, slightly bigger than probably a jam jar, like a large peanut butter kind of size, but they didn't have any, which is really weird. So instead I've got a fish bowl. Like, yeah, this is what I got. It was actually advertised as a punch bowl and it had like water and ice and straw illustration on the little sticker that came with it. And I was just like first off, yes. At the same time, no. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is cut these up, pop them inside all folded. They're already pre-folded. I tried to make them the same size as much as possible. So what I did is let me find you one that is eligible. So it's kind of folded in half and then another two times after, 3 times, however that works. So yeah, I'm going to be cutting it, popping them in there, and then we're going to draw the first one together. And that's going to be my second book going into the new year. Or the first, who knows? We'll see how I feel after editing this, but I'm going to be drawing it and you'll know what it is. So let me change the angle. We'll do a quick montage of me cutting things together and then we'll be back to draw the first book. And just so you know, like, I've written them, just quickly to explain. So like here I've got Lord of the Rings with a bracket with 3 in it, if you can read that. My handwriting is really bad, but this is just for me, so it's fine. That means there's 3 books in it. And if I don't read all 3 books in a row, so like my True Blood's in there are 13 books in the entire series. Well, in the main series, and then there's 2 add-ons. So I've got 15 of the books, all of which I've read. Do I remember all of them? Probably not. But then I read them from the age of 13 up until probably when I read the last one, like 2-3 years ago. And they were released, like the last one was released in 2013, I think. But because there's 15 books, what I would do is say I would just kind of write somewhere on the piece of paper like stopped at start. So like, I don't know, I stopped on stopped after book 6, start book 7. So I'd pop that back in here. So if I draw it again, then yeah, I'll just pick it back up because sometimes you need a break, or at least I find I need a break with them. And then there's some in here, so Lord of the Rings ones, so I've got Tolkien, so I've got I've got the Silmarillion, The Hobbit, and then Lord of the Rings. So that's, I put them in 3 separate entities. Same for Twilight. I've got Twilight chucked together with the main ones for the main 5. So that's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, Short Second Life of Britannia, and then I've put Midnight Sun and Life and Death as separate. So there's 3 Twilight chunks. Yeah, so at the same time we'll explore how it goes, and I do plan on adding more of the books that I buy in, but at the same time I'm hoping that I'll just read more, and it, like, the whole year is not just going to be based on this. So if I be like, oh, I really want to read, and then I grab, what's behind me? Hannibal book. I grab Hannibal, and I would then pull Hannibal a few months later. That will not count. I'm not going to go through them every time. I'm just going to have to keep track of it. I hope you guys will hold me accountable to this as well. So let's get montaging. Okay, so you've just seen me get this together. That's 44 books in here. Now, as I kind of mentioned, I am missing 8 books that I haven't read. Sorry, about 8 books that I have read. Now, there's one book that if I do pick out of this, I have to put back because my fiance's taking that to work. I think at the moment she's got the Silmarillion. She's literally taking that with her to work today. So let's pick my book. Okay, so now I could have done these in different colours, but I don't really have the money to waste on buying different coloured paper because I don't. So I've got a new job. I start in, at this point, just over a month's time, and I'm not going to be paid for apparently like the first 2 months. I'm not sure on that. But if that's the case, I gotta save money somehow. So yeah, the first TBR like mystery book that I've grabbed, I'm really hoping it's a standalone, is, oh shit. Oh no. It's Lord of the Rings. Like, it's not, oh no, I love Lord of the Rings. And I find that so ironic because my fiance's actually watching that at the moment. Okay, and she's taken the Silmarillion with her to work. So, looks like I'm reading the Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the Lord of the Rings, since I was like 18, nearly 10 years ago. But I have watched all of them, obviously, like, hello. In fact, I remember I did the massive marathon in the cinema when The Hobbit came out, and it was all 3 of them. And then straight after that, I think it finished at midnight, the last one. of The Hobbit, and then there were all the extended versions as well, and then we carried on into Lord of the Rings, and we didn't come out. I honestly can't tell you what time we finally came out, but my god, was I tired and was I fed up with the person that I went to the cinema with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it open. Oh, I've just ripped it. I just ripped the tea off the. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is going to pop this on the top. I'm probably going to pop it underneath this on the bookshelf itself. And the Lord of the Rings are right here next to me. So I'm going to keep them there for now because I've got another book that I want to be reading. But as soon as I'm finished that book, I will go on to the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and who knows, by the time I finish those, I'll either pick another book from here, or, I don't know, maybe I've seen inspiration or I've bought more books. Who knows where that's going to go. Yeah, so thanks for putting me up while I played with scissors for a little while. If you're doing a similar challenge or you have done one, let me know. I'd love to hear how it's going. And let me know your picks as well. And like always, please like, subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great time going into the new year and a great 2023, 2024. I'm sleep deprived, but I'm too hyper to sleep. So yeah, see you next time.